Hi, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here behind the shtick. This gentleman here is
Alex Perez. You're watching us from Southern California.
Hi. If you see us a little giddy or you hear us a little giddy, it's because we are having a great time with the new iterations, the new expansion of the line for Siempre Tequila. Check that out. This is the infamous Rebel Cask expressions that we're going to be doing. This one is the one aged in Mythology bourbon. As you can see, most all of these will have a charm of some sort around the neck. This one's a little bourbon barrel. Okay,
Nice.
Very nice. This particular one that was sent to me did seep a little bit when it was delivered to me. Some part of my label got a little bit smeared because they fill this information in with a pen. So, Alex, I'm going to have to use your little knife there.
Oh, very nice.
These come in at 42 ABV, folks, and so I'm going to use a little bit more. You know what? I'm just going to use a Riedel on this one. What the heck? I'll use a Riedel. You can do the honors. Riedel glassware, if you're not familiar, that is the once official tequila for once official glass for tequila. This is
my Glencairn.
Glencairn. I don't have an Irish brogue. I have none.
Glencairn.
Okay, that'll work.
Glencairn.
Nah.
Glencairn.
What is that? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh, okay, now I'm getting the Cofradia stamp. Right away, I'm getting that there's a nose that La Cofradia has.
I really like pale straw.
Yeah, it is. This is an 8. It only spends 8 months in the barrel. As you can see, it's kind of a lighter tinge. This is coming from the Siempre folks they're calling this their Rebel Cask. So it's they're going against the grain. They're like mavericks, which they've always been. Okay, look at that, legs and tears on that. That is just
beautiful,
pretty,
beautiful,
really awesome. Beautiful legs and tears. Very, very well. The viscosity on here and the body is really amazing. Very well done.
Very nice.
Yeah. So let's.
So this is coming from Mythology bourbon barrel.
Right.
So I love it that it's got all the information on, like you said, on
the label, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the water source.
What is it? I can't even read it. What does it say?
Volcanic springs.
Volcanic springs. Okay.
Wild open fermentation.
Okay, so it's very similar to the Blanco that we had earlier.
And a Tahona.
Okay, so this is still Tahona crushed, wild fermentation, and aged in a Mythology bourbon barrel, which I've never heard of before. I was very surprised. We kind of off camera, we were looking for some information on Mythology bourbon.
And it's an actual bourbon.
It's an actual bourbon. I thought it was made up. I have no idea. I thought maybe it was a myth. Anyway,
it's got a really interesting nose.
Well, it's the Cofradia nose.
It's
the Cofradia nose. That's what I was looking for that I didn't get in the high proof. Not that that's a bad thing. Again, it's all right. But anybody who's had enough of these tequilas from La Cofradia will recognize this nose.
But I'm getting a little bit more than Cofradia.
Well,
Cofradia stamp.
That's got to come from the barrel. Now these are at 42 ABV, so it's a little above 80 proof.
Okay, I'm going for it.
Go ahead. Yeah, because I'm still trying to nose this out of my Riedel.
Wow, that's really good.
And there you have it. That
is really good.
That's it. That's our review. It's really good.
Thank you, folks, for watching.
Yeah,
as always,
sip wisely. Yeah, we're done. Thank you.
Sorry, did I go ahead of myself?
No, that's okay. I mean. What else do you have to say? I'm sniffing it. You're tasting it.
This is really good. This is really good.
Now, see, now it's opening up. Now like you, I'm getting something else. I'm getting more of the. There's other tones and notes in here I'm getting like nutty notes. Am I crazy?
It's a bit nutty.
You know, like a toasted
like
or almonds or toast, like walnuts. I've never had Mythology bourbon. I'm not much of a. I like bourbon, but I don't have a whole lot of bar for bourbons.
Me neither, but this is.
It's deeper. It's kind of like wait. Leather. Now I'm getting the leather and tobacco. Maybe is it deeper like that? Yeah, there's now that it's opening up, there's a lot more in it.
It's very bright on the palate for me too.
But see, on the nose, it's very dense, right?
Yeah, but it's different coming in on the palate. It's got some really beautiful layers. That's fantastic. Now, is this the same Blanco coming from the 100 proof, 110 proof that we had?
I believe so. Don't quote me because I'm, unless Alex is around to. Wow, this is really savory on the sides of your palate. It gives me the same vibe as the 110, but really toned down. So I'm thinking the process is the same because they're talking about Tahona and wild yeast or wild fermentation anyway.
Excellent.
Yeah, the only recognition that I have for the nose is on the nose for Cofradia, but the flavor profile is completely.
It's a beautiful Repo, and it's 42% too.
So it spends 8 months in this barrel, Mythology bourbon barrel. So the finish should be a little bit drier, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, but it's not as dry. It's not as dry for me. Not as dry for me as I would expect in a typical bourbon barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Try to pour me just a little bit more.
Wow. It is savory like the 110. I'm thinking you're right that the method is the same, so it must be the same Blanco, only you cut it 42.
Actually, the nose is very similar.
Yeah, very similar. And for me, the savoriness of the flavor profile that I got at the 110 is there. But then the bourbon barrel. So again, I've never had Mythology bourbon. I'm not. I can't say what. I mean, you've got the notes for Mythology on your phone. He looked it up, folks. Alex looked it up and gives you some brief notes on what to expect in their bourbon. And again, it's Kentucky bourbon, not Tennessee whiskey. So they're two different things, folks.
Well, they've got wildflower honey, warm cornbread on the nose, gentle cinnamon and toasted almonds. You said
toasted almonds. See what I tell you?
You said almonds.
I said almonds. I was getting nuttiness. I was getting
vanilla, pipe, tobacco, black currant.
Pipe tobacco. Yeah,
black
see?
currant on the finish, yeah.
It's coming through.
Yeah,
it's right. Coming through.
You hit it on the nose.
Wow. Man. Hey, that's why I'm the catador, pal.
You are the master catador.
Folks, I've learned everything from this guy. Everything.
Right.
It's true. You were the wine hound.
Wow, this is
even with nothing in it. It smells really good, huh?
I just have a drop in here. It's still good.
Oh yeah, now it's really talking to you. Now once it opens up. Okay, you're the cocktail guy. Should we cocktail it with anything, or why bother?
No.
Okay, well then let's.
No, there's plenty of other stuff you can cocktail with. Yeah. You don't have to cocktail everything.
Don't tell me who to cocktail.
This is definitely.
Brand of Promise. Oh my goodness.
Good stuff.
Wow, this is really impressive at 42.
It's still opening up.
Yeah,
I barely have anything in the last.
Well, I've got a drop. I have not poured my. That's your second pour.
It's my second little pour.
Yeah, this is my first one. I have not.
Well, I'm a big alcoholic.
Wow, you got more of a tolerance than I do.
That's really good. That's really different. I like what they've done.
I have a feeling that we have overlooked Mythology bourbon all at once.
So this is their Rebel
Cask.
the Rebel line.
The Rebel line. It's the expansion of the Siempre line.
Rebellious range of aged expressions.
Everything you need to know is on the label. Why don't you just read the label? Just tell us what's in there.
Edición especial, rebellious range of aged expressions. It's the Rebel Cask. I love it.
Well,
you already said 8 months in the barrel.
Right.
It's Mythology bourbon barrels. Supremo agave quality.
Right.
Cooked method, brick oven. Crushing method is Tahona, which is volcanic wheel.
Right.
Fermentation, wild open air.
Okay.
And volcanic spring water. Who could ask for anything better than that?
What else do you need? Random Promise nominee. What an amazing.
And you get a little charm.
Yeah, you get a little charm. And then when you're done, you got a little barrel. Right there. See.
That is awesome.
I've been watching Alex doing all these interviews on Instagram with other people who have already tried it, and I'm going. And this is before, of course. This is the first time you and I have had it, and I'm dying here. I'm listening to them and watching them, and all these guys are saying, going, I still have a bottle. I've got bottles I haven't opened yet, But we do this on purpose because that's why it's called sipping off the cuff. And outstanding. What a great addition to the line. They went. Again, I knew a lot of this stuff was coming. Alex and I communicate a lot. Alex Lacroix from Siempre, and I knew it was coming, but I had no idea what it was until just now.
And great packaging too. I love that label.
Yeah, the labeling and all that, all the information. It's almost like looking and reading at a mezcal. It's really giving you all that information that you need.
Brown and Promise with the label.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
They got a Black Widow in there. That's a Black Widow.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Means something.
A little bit of Black Widow venom to go with it. Folks, that's our take on Siempre Rebel Cask. This is a Reposado, by the way. We should mention that because I did not mention that. But stick with us because we have another Reposado version from Siempre that I can't wait to get to because wait till you see the color on this thing. That's our take on Siempre Reposado, the Rebel Cask. If you've had it by now, leave us a comment. Let us know what you're doing with it. If you're putting it in a cocktail, like Alex says, you have to cocktail anybody. If you're listening to us on the podcast, hey, great. Download it anywhere you're getting it, like Spotify or all the other 9 different platforms. But whatever you do,
as always, sip wisely.